How's it going, guys? I was outside this morning and it was cold and it was cloudy and I was just trying to tidy up the property a little bit, and then a rainstorm came and now blue skies. The weather is so crazy right now. It looks like this is gonna be our last cold day and our last wet day here on the property. So now that the weather's kind of cleared up, I'm back outside. Was in a sweatshirt, now I'm in a shirt, which is so crazy. So let's go get a few things planted. I have a spirea that I want to get in the ground in the side yard and a few other things. Let me show you guys the front yard really quick too. I haven't shown it because I'm not super happy with how it looks right now. It's a lot of like random things, but let me show you. So, I mean, you walk in and I've got the two planters and I love those. And I have some little violas in here and those ones are doing great. This one Lola has eaten. And then here's a pile of mulch. Here's a hollyhock that I planted 3 years ago, and now that I'm over it, it's blooming. And this is the first time that we've gotten blooms off of it. The first couple years we didn't get anything at all. So now, of course, I want to pull it and we're about to start getting blooms off of it. So I'm conflicted on what to even do. That's why I think I'm just like leaving this as it is. I have some Queen Anne's lace right here. This is all self-seeded, but it's starting to open up. And then I have some garden amaryllis, and they are massive. They're huge, like big as my hand. They're really, really pretty, bright red color. So I love that. And then this guy here, I can't remember what it is, but I love the dainty little flowers in the cream color. And then I have a couple back here, right here. Super pretty. And the bees are loving them too. So I'm just not super happy with it. It just looks a little too wild for my taste. But we're coming back to the side yard and we're gonna go plant over here. So what I have is a spirea that I just picked up, and I think it's gonna go in this bed or on this side. I gotta find room though. So this is the double play red spirea by Proven Winners, and I have another spirea. I can't remember the variety of it, but I love it. I love the color that it brings early in the spring. You can see this one has this beautiful red color, and the flowers on this one are red instead of pink. Most spireas have a pink flower. They say that this is the only one out there that has red blooms, so that is really exciting. I love that color right there. 3 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, and it is zones 3 through 8. I am planting in a zone 9A, and I do sometimes plant like I am in an 8. Just because I know I have another spirea that does well, I have full confidence in this one right here in our zone 9 in California. I will be planting this somewhere where it gets a little bit of protection from that afternoon sun, but it still gets full sun. It wants the minimum 8 hours of sun, but it does take to some full shade. So really excited about this guy. I've got this to plant up, and it's gonna go in the side yard, and I'm gonna kind of just like tuck it behind this tree right here. And then I also have a dahlia that I'm really excited about. Look at how big this guy is. I picked this up from Lowe's. I'm not quite sure what variety it is, but look at how beautiful that is. So it's huge. This was $20. Here in Zone 9, we don't dig up our dahlia tubers unless we're really expecting to have a really wet year, which we almost never have. So I don't dig them up. We don't get below freezing. And so this one will just stay in the ground. I don't know the variety of it. It wasn't named. It just says dahlia. I picked it up from Lowe's. I wish that they would put the name of things, but they never do. But I thought that the dark foliage was really pretty and the blooms were just beautiful. Someone said something, I'll pop the name up of what somebody said that they think it might be on this dahlia group on Facebook. I asked if anyone would know what it was, and only one person chimed in saying that they think it's this one, but I looked up photos and I'm not 100% certain. So both of these plants are gonna go in the side yard. This dahlia, I'm not 100% certain that it's gonna end up staying where I plant it. It all depends on the size that this one gets this year. The That's one of the main reasons I wish that they would have put the name on it, was so I can look it up and see exactly how tall that it's going to get. Is it going to be one that's going to get 6 feet tall, or is it going to be one that, you know, stays this compact habit right here? I guess we'll find out this year. So I'm going to plant both of these in this side yard. The Dahlia will be somewhere where it gets full sun, like as much sun as I can possibly give it. And the Spirea is going to go kind of up against the fence, so it'll get quite a few, it'll probably get 5 hours of sun, and then it'll get like dappled sun from the trees up above, and then full protection from the super hot afternoon sun, because it'll be hidden by the fence. So let's get these guys planted now. It was raining just a few hours ago, like an hour and a half. Now I'm sweating. It is so crazy, but I'm so happy with how those turned out. Let me show you guys close-ups of them. I couldn't be happier. I think walking in and seeing a Dahlia, those are one of my favorite flowers. That's gonna be beautiful. See that? And then see the Spirea with its color. Oh, this area is turning out beautifully. I can't wait till we can do a few other things. They're kind of the major things, like I want to replace the siding, as you guys already know, and then finish our fence. We started our fencing right in the middle of COVID, when lumber prices were absolutely insane. And we decided, okay, we need to stop. We need to take a break from that, because it was getting so expensive doing a fence in the middle of COVID. So our fence is only like halfway finished around the property. That's why it kind of looks a little crazy. Like, let me turn around. So you can see, like we did there, and then we stopped the cap, and we stopped putting fence boards there because they were so pricey. So I need to finish that. That is kind of this year's goal, is to finish the fencing, at least on this side. We got the back done and we got most of the right side done. So I need to totally finish the right side of our property and at least get this side up to where our gazebo is right here. So it looks somewhat finished, because right now you walk in and there's half a fence and then 3 random fence boards. Those are there because we took off all the old rotting ones. We're still using the 4x4 post and the 2x4s, as you can see, those are still in really good shape. Back to the plants though. Really happy with that Spirea there and the Dahlia right there. Let me show you guys close-ups. Okay, so as you guys can see, this bed right here is now getting shade from this fence. It's casting its shadows. So the Spirea should be really happy right here, and it'll fill up to about here and come out to about there. I don't really expect it to do it this year, but definitely by next year it'll be totally filled out. And this gets sun for about 6 hours of the day right there. And I have a lemon cypress there and a redbud there. And then right along the other side, this area gets like 10 hours of sun. So I have the diamond ball clematis right there, and I'm using it more as like kind of a ground cover to hide our irrigation system. This is the Dahlia, and I just am so happy with that. It doesn't even look real, it's beautiful. And I'm hoping that maybe it gets to about here, this tall. That'd be really nice. If it doesn't get absolutely massive, I will need to come in and put some kind of support for this. But then you guys can see everything else is looking really well. And this is all shade from this tree here, which is a privet that I don't love. So really happy with how this area has now turned out. You walk in and you see those guys right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go inside now and cool down a little bit. It's like 70 degrees out here, which is so crazy. The fact that it was raining. I'm gonna pop a video up right here to show you guys how much rain was coming down. It was like a good, like, torrential amount of rain. It was kind of crazy, but really happy with how those turned out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.